Hello gamers and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about runes. So everyone has been asking for a rune video and I'm here today to explain everything you need to know about the runes. Let's start by saying that the runes can be found in your inventory. They are on the right side, a different page, a different inventory with 100 slots. If you get full, the slots that you're going to get, they are going to go on a temporary inventory, so it's good to not have it 100 when you're about to loot. You cannot make them more, the slots, so you have to be a bit careful. It's not that you are losing them, but you will have all the time inventory full, and you won't know exactly what you have and what you got from a new dungeon, let's say. So these are the runes, and how do we obtain the runes? The runes can be obtained if you go to the co-op dungeon. Dimensional Circle is the dungeons you do every day. Then you go to Dimensional Trial. You will see you have two different dungeons that they change every week, and there is a weekly leaderboard for this, depending on the highest tier that you have reached. So for every tier you get an amount of points. Here you will see by making it to up to a certain level you get the rewards and also a new amazing morph. Okay, and the title if you do finish everything up. So you start with a tier 1 dungeon, you get an amount of runes. They will probably be grey, and the more dungeons you clear, you level up your runes by a number. Now I do not know exactly the number, but you will start taking, I think from the tier 2 you start taking green runes, from tier 3 and up you start taking blue ones, I believe. Now what happens is that the more tiers you clear, the higher the number and the level of the rune. Okay, every time you clear a dungeon, this stacks, so it adds up to the number of your runes. So let's explain this a bit better. I have a couple of runes here. I started from level 1, of course, and it started building up and building up. So when I get a red rune, for example, this is attack rune necklace for the necklace, magic hit chance, and it's level 6. Okay, the next time I finish a dungeon and I get the same rune, it will either be level 6 or more. Okay, it cannot be lower than that. So you keep finishing your dungeons and you keep taking runes the same level or higher. Okay, now the higher tier you do that, the more chances you get to get higher level runes. So for example, now for me, I will never take another rune like that is lower than 21 level. Every rune that I take from now on will be higher than that. And this is the basic way to obtain and level up your runes. Now, this is not the only way. There are other ways as well. You can obtain them from open world bosses, also from your weekly. If you go to your weekly mission, you will see that here, let's go to the previous one. Here, you can see that we have the rewards, like 150 are a lot, so you can choose that. Personally, I took the trait unlock stones because I'm leveling also up a spear in order to have fun with it and play with it, because I really like it. So this is what you have to choose between, or a band of a universal power if it comes up. So now that we know how to obtain the runes, let's go and see how we use them. In order to use the runes, there are only 7 different places. It's the weapons, the 2 weapons that you have, and your jewelries for now. So let's go and see how to do this. Let's go to a belt. Okay, you will try to find the rune management. So when you open the rune management, on your inventory you can see everything that can get into the rune management. That means to get runes. So let's see how this works. You see there are 3 rune sockets. Each time you click on one of them, it tells you to buy 1 rune slot. Okay, but now we do not know what we want and what we need. So how do we see the different combinations? Because the color and the type of the rune that is first, second, and third. So the series and the combos matter. Let's go and see the rune synergy list. Now, we start, of course, with gray, green, blue, and epic. We don't have epic, I think, yet in the server, in the European servers, at least on the DNA servers. So we will be taking a look at the blue ones. So, for example, let's take this one. Damage reduction 6 and critical hit damage reduction 4%. In order to create this synergy, we need to start with a red here, a blue in the middle, and a yellow at the last one, support rune. Okay. But if we don't want this and we want damage reduction 6 and max health, we have to go with red, yellow, and blue. Attack, support, and defensive. Okay. My suggestion is to close all this and wait and go to quest log. Okay, and in quest log you can start making experiments of what you are going to use. For example, I first did all my runes here and then implemented on my build in the game. And why is that? So if you go in any build and let's go for the weapons, yeah, you press on the weapon and you see all the synergies on the right. Okay, and you click which one you want. So let's say I want this one. Okay, now here is a trick. You will take many attack runes. Okay, if you go in game and see how many attack runes, you have many attack runes. Okay, for different parts and for different purposes. What does that mean? I have range crit hit chance, boss melee, heavy attack chance, boss magic hit chance, blah 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 blah. There are many. So if you go here on quest log, you can see which ones you want and implement them into your build. Okay, so you can change all of them and decide what you want. So in order to compare it with what stats you want to reach at the end of the day. Okay, so start from here or get someone's build that you like how he plays and how you see him playing, or you follow him for a long time and he knows what he's doing with his character and you're following the same. Or if you want to experiment yourself, you can also do that. Okay, so let's go back into the game. We are not using this belt, but let's say that we might use it in the future. This seems like a good tanky build for maybe for a healer or a tank. So let's see what we would like to have. Probably damage reduction and max health or critical hit damage reduction. Okay, so let's see how we build that. We go, let's go with this one, damage reduction and critical damage reduction, and we start with the red, we buy it. Then we go with the blue, defensive, and then with the yellow. So now we have the combination that we need. Now it's time to fill it up. So if we press here, we have different amount of things that we can put. I will put magic hit chance, for example, because I have a mage class. And then we go to blue, health regen, ranged endurance, health regen. I would go for either melee heavy attack evasion, let's say, or ranged endurance. Okay, let's put this here. And then the support rune with a kind of resistance. I would prefer collision resistance if there was right now, but let's put now for mana cost efficiency. And now that we have equipped everything, we get the synergy of the list, damage reduction by 6 and critical hit damage reduction by 4. Okay? You can see it, you can mouse over from your items and you can see what is the bonus, okay? And you can also mouse over and see what are the runes that you have equipped. And also this starts affecting your combat power. You cannot see mine now, I will have to move the camera. It's 3980. I'm still at my starting as well with the runes, but you get the general idea. Now, what happens with all the runes we do not want? Because there are these runes, for example, for me now are starting to get low level, so I will need to get rid of them. There are two different ways that you can get rid of them. Okay, the first one is to dissolve the rune. Okay, we just put them there and we dissolve them, and we get fragments, rune fragments, and then later we craft. If you go to craft and go to accessories, and then here you will see that you can take attack rune chests, okay, or actually you can do more, yeah, and support rune chest, defense rune chest. You can craft them and get the runes that you want for the specific attribute, like attack, defense, or support. Now, on the other hand, what you can do is go on material transmutation and go to runes. So now here, every time you are placing a rune inside this place, you can convert it to points. You can see on the left, we will be taking points. And the more points you get, the more points you get, you level up your conversion tier. What does this mean? If you go here to the percentage and click read, you will see that there are 4 tiers. Okay, these are the rewards on the left that you are going to take depending on the tier you are. So let's go for the tier 4. On the tier 4, on the group 1, you will get 1 rare rune chest, two actually of those, okay, with the chance 57% and 42%, and you have a 0.12% to get a rune chaos. I don't know if we're gonna get a rune chaos here yet. I haven't seen anyone having it, but I think they are jack of all trades. And also you have a bonus reward of rune fragments that you get them and you go craft, as we said before. Now, which runes are we going to place in the conversion? Okay, I'll tell you what. There are some runes that are more important than the others, and what do I mean by that? For example, hit rate. Hit rate is always important, so we always manage to keep hit rate because we might need it. Okay, so for example, I plan to keep the magic hit chance. Or my secondary build is playing with evasion, so I'm gonna keep the evasion, let's say. Melee, I have a melee character now with a spear, so I might need it and I will keep it. Now, hit chance I will keep. Ranged critical hit chance I will not keep because I'm not playing any ranged weapon. Okay, so this one I do not need. Then sleep resistance, I do not want to play with sleep resistance. Melee heavy attack evasion, I will keep it because I know that greatsword, for example, are very dangerous and I might need to implement it at one point in my build. Boss hit chance, this is purely PvE. I would prefer to go for hit chance than for boss hit chance, so I can use my both builds for PvE and PvP at the same time as much as it is possible. At some point might not be possible, so we will have to create 2 different builds. Now, boss ranged hit chance, I do not want that. Crit health hit chance, no. Melee endurance, I do not play with melee endurance, I don't want it. Ranged heavy attack evasion, I do not want it because I play with ranged endurance, for example. I want petrification example resistance for my healer in the arena, because for the healer in the arena, being petrified is the worst thing that can happen. So I plan to keep some petrification resistance for the arena gear. Okay, bind resistance to 1, etc., and you convert the points. Okay, and then when you reach the point that you want, I don't have enough runes to do it right now, you convert and you take the rewards depending on the conversion tier that you are. Now, if you will ask me, is it better to dissolve them or to convert them? I would say to convert them because of the chaos rune selection chest. If it works as intended and as it says here, I would go always for material transmutation. Now, this is a bonus, but I know everyone wants it. About the equipment and transmutation, is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it because I will tell you what, everyone wants to have the band of the universal power, which is something that you can obtain from here. I think it's beast for every class. So if you convert, go to conversion tier 3 and go for the ring and the accessories. The price has dropped crazily in the auction house, and this is the reason for it. Okay, that was a bonus. Now, I don't think there is anything else need to say for the runes. You know, if you need anything about the game, you know where to find me. I'm streaming daily on Twitch except Sundays, in late afternoon and night. So you are welcome to come every day and have a discussion, play together, ask anything you might need, and I'll see you soon. Ruthless out. Bye bye.